Hein?
Hello,
Bezavut?
Alexa.
Alexa who? Alexa who? Good day. My name is Pascal Mukadi, and I'm a father. And a decade ago, I lost a son. And I know how I felt. I know how I felt, the emptiness that crippled me for so many years. And in a way, even now that I have other kids, there are days when I wake up and that attack comes and try to cripple me again and bring me down. I have learned to reject that, because when that attack comes every time, it tries to make me feel less than a father. And especially that my son succumbed to what was perceived as a negligence, because the accident happened at home. So I remember the many years when, following my son passing, when I got up on Father's Day and feeling less than a father. And if you are in this situation, if you are a father that through the course of life have lost your son, if you are a father and through the course of life you've been separated from your children due to divorce, due to death, because I cannot think of other means, I just want you to know, fatherhood is not a gender issue. Fatherhood is a responsibility issue. If you cannot father your own children, you're still capable. You're still allowed to take your time and dedicate it to those children that are around you, neighbors' children, that single mom's children, those nephews and nieces. You can still, if you are willing, to continue uphold the fatherhood, even if it's not with your own children. I say this because Jesus was not father by his own biological father. He was father by a stepdad. So we have an example of a man who not only was denied to get married on time with his wife and just leave the choice that he had. When situation changed, rather than looking for who to blame, okay, we can't really blame God, it's a lost game. Never mind, he chose to continue to father a child that was not his biologically. So to all the children who have not been able to be fathered by your own father, I also want to tell you, through the example of Jesus, you can be fathered by a stepdad and come up to life as successful as Jesus. Change the world. You do not have to fall to victimhood where you have to tell the rest of the world how you've been abandoned. It's not important. It's not effective, because we have an example in Jesus to be fathered by somebody who was not his biological father and succeeded to his call and mission. So you too should stop and complain about being a victim and blame it on your father because he's been absent. No. Jesus has given us an example to be fathered by the one who was in his presence. Allow the one in your presence to father you. To all the mothers, the single moms, In fact, in this category, we can even put all the mamas that are in a couple whose man or husband are simply invisible. They're absent due to work, due to other issues, especially those single mom whose husband have left you, whose husband have passed away, those who have been abandoned, but you stood and you fulfilled the role of both mother and father in your household and raise your children. And living in South Africa, I know this is the biggest reality in many households, where mothers are fulfilling the role of fathers. To you too, I just want to tell you, on this day, we should wish you Happy Mother's Day. Because Mother's Day, Father's Day are no longer the responsibilities, because are no longer the gender issues. It now become a responsibility issue. If you place yourself in a position where a man should have been and raise your children without complaining and successfully doing that, to you too, we should say today, Happy Father's Day. And we should say to you on Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. But there are also mothers, you have your own agenda. You have a good man. You have a good man. But due to social influences, you have caused yourself a separation because of unforgiveness, because you want to please the world, because you want to show that you don't need a man, and you end up with kid alone. Don't play to victimhood today. And don't you lie to your children today that they are with no father because he is responsible. It's because you are selfish. This is so common in South Africa. I've lived there for 30 years and I have been in that position. When I watch videos, I watch young men, sometimes I see a young man who speaks so publicly about his misfortune, if you can call it that way. Penuel, I think he speaks so openly about what he's facing with multiple mothers and children from different mothers. Yes, he bears some responsibility, but there are things he says that so many men can testify with. So many men are experiencing, and he mentioned many times they are simply not able to talk. If you are in that category of mothers who deny access to your children by their fathers because you have other issues, because you have other agenda, on this day, you must know, not only you do not fulfill your responsibility as a mother, you also deny the chance to your children to actually be fathered by a good man. So to you today, I do not wish you Father's Day. You should wait for Mother's Day. This Father's Day we wish to mothers is for those mothers who have lost their children, their husband, those mothers who have been abandoned by their husband, but they continue to fulfill the responsibility of both mother and father successfully. To those mothers, we should call them our heroine, and we should really never forget them on this day. Because to call today a Father's Day based on gender is really to disregard the efforts that so many mothers are making on a daily basis because of irresponsible men. Now, to you irresponsible men, you who have run away from your home, from your children, you who have consciously abandoned your children because you want to have life selfishly. Honestly, I almost say you go to hell, but I don't think you have to go where you are in already, because you are already in hell. And I do not think it's because of me. So I want to ask you to go to hell. I just think that you should make an effort to come out of hell. Come take your responsibility and honor us all men. Because enough of leaving women alone. Enough of abandoning children in the hand of women. come and take back your responsibility when there is still time. And you'll be forgiven, and you're going to set as an example to your children. They'll remember your effort to come and mend the brokenness. So, happy Father's Day to all the fathers who are stepdad to children sometimes who can be very difficult. You, stepdad, happy Father's Day. You that are doing the job that Joseph did by raising Jesus, was not his son. To you, the mothers whose husband have abandoned you and walked away and left you with your children, and you stayed successfully taking that responsibility. To you too, we say happy Father's Day. And to all the children who have the chance to be raised by stepdad, we want to say honor them, because those are the ones God have chosen for you. Honor them and let them groom you to become a man, so you can also become a man and a father one day and set as an example. So happy Father's Day to all those categories, and also to the fathers who are with the mothers, who are married, who are in one place, even those who choose to stay but not married, but they choose to stay together and hold their responsibility and contribute to the progress of their children. You too, you are good men. You too, you are good men. And you should not be overlooked or taken for granted. Happy Father's Day too, because it's not always easy, and it's not a gender issue, it's a responsibility issue. You are congratulated for standing your ground and continue to raise your children. It's because of you that we have a generation that is promising. So, happy Father's Day should no longer be a gender issue. It must now become a responsibility issue. Happy Father's Day to all of you men in your neighborhood, in a school who pay attention to that child, in a sports team who contribute more to that child whose father is no longer there. All of you, somehow, in a workplace, we encourage that young man who's never been raised by a father. All of you, God sees you, God sees you, and you are good men. So to all of you, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. And let this day bring the best out of you and not remind you of the worst. Be happy and take responsibility wherever you can have a chance. Not only raising your own, but even children around you that you have access to. That's what this day should be about. God bless everybody, and I hope this message helps somebody. And if you know somebody who may need it, share it. And there's no comment on my video. You don't have to like my video, because I believe that message should really enrich those who need it. We do not make them to be liked, to be popular. And I believe the Holy Spirit have legs to walk the messages to people that are in need. So the culture of lacas is a culture that the church should drop, because your luck one day can be taken by YouTube just because you say the wrong things. There goes your luck. So we should really not copy the world without knowing why we're doing certain things. Okay, I digress, but I hope this is important. God bless you.